my opinion, this is not a gray area of the law. These are patently illegal products. I just don't know how, if you're a shareholder of those companies, you go to bed at night going, wow, they're illegal and there aren't grifters in this system. So, the prediction markets, Kalshi and Polymarket in particular, have been in the news a ton. And a lot of people don't know this, but FanDuel, right? I got them right there, my shorts right there. They started as a prediction market called HubDub in 2009. HubDub failed as a prediction market, and they launched a new product called Daily Fantasy, and I think you know the rest of the story. But my point about this is prediction markets aren't new. Kalshi and Polymarket are just in a long line of prediction markets, international, as well as in the U.S. There used to be a thing called trade sports in the U.S. I was a market maker on trade sports in 2004, and my best bet ever was I knew who the next pope was going to be. I had a guy inside the Vatican tell me who it was going to be, and I wrote book on it. This is no joke. Ratzinger, who became Francis II, I think. I was told by a guy in the Vatican he was the next pope before anybody else knew. So there was actually no risk. Why am I telling this story? I'm actually not telling this story to brag. I'm telling the story because when you take action on events that have known outcomes,
Yes.
like the dude at the Vatican told me who won.
Yes.
Like, there's a little bit of a chance for corruption, don't you think? Oh, and by the way, NBA coach gets arrested on opening day. So I really do think a can of whoop ass is going to come at some point for the CEOs of the prediction markets. And I don't care that Sequoia and the New York Stock Exchange just invested billions of dollars. You take predictions on events with known outcomes, like who's going to win the next Bachelorette, all sorts of corruption is going to come. And in my opinion, this is not a gray area of the law. These are patently illegal products in many cases, Brooks.
Yeah, I mean, look, Martha Stewart did hard time for prediction market, right? Like it's
Yeah,
insane.
right. Like, it was insider trading, but that's what this is.
Yes, that's
I
what
mean,
it is.
it's just a different market where you're making. You got it exactly right, Brooks.
Yeah, and they're protected because it's not technically under gambling. But I always say the best prediction is to have an inside track, right? Like if that's the best prediction. So it's odd, and I'll say this again. I think that what we saw on opening day of the NBA is just the tip of the iceberg, and I hope it doesn't stop with those guys. I hope the FBI continues all the way through. I mean, it's going to be huge in terms of the money. You follow the money, you find real problems, right? And so who knows how far they'll go. Maybe they'll get to a point where they have to stop. But I know it shouldn't stop with the guys that they took on opening day.
Yeah, and by the way, I want to go into a little bit of detail too about the prediction market. In my opinion, there's two issues with prediction markets. There is issue number one, which is taking action on known outcome events. Who's going to win the Oscars? Who the next pope's going to be before it's announced to the public? That is issue one, and in my opinion, that's red letter law. That's patently illegal. I think those CEOs are at risk of actually being arrested by Kash Patel. There's a second issue, though, is they take predictions on sporting events, but they take predictions on sporting events in which states did not legalize sports betting.
Right.
So if you want to go put a sports bet down in California, well, the tribal interest made it really clear you're not allowed to do that. They won referendum after referendum in regards to it. But you put a bet on the prediction market. And so I sometimes like to put it this way, Brooks. They say, well, the fix is in. Donald Trump's son is on the board of some trading market, or so-and-so is in the administration. Trump changes his mind every once in a while, too. And, in my opinion, isn't the only grifter in the system, just to be clear. There's a couple other guys, like the tribal interests in California, and they got their hands out a little bit, too, my friend. So I just don't know how, if you're a shareholder of those companies, you go to bed at night going, wow, they're illegal and there aren't grifters in this system, because it seems like there's a lot of ways this could go wrong, Brooks.
Yeah, and it will, and it has, right? It's like Back to the Future when Biff got a hold of the sports almanac, right? Like
that's how he became Biff. That's how he became Biff. He's like, look, here we go.
And we can't do anything about it. Like Doc Brown said, if we go to the future, it's the future of this reality that he created. We
I
gotta go
love that.
fast.
I love that. Brooks, listen, there's that episode of The Twilight Zone, though, years ago, though. Years and years ago. And I think we might have mentioned this once before, but there's an episode where this gambler, he's on a winning streak. He's on a winning streak and he keeps winning, he keeps winning, he keeps winning. And then finally, he starts realizing he never loses anymore. And the punchline of the episode is he's actually in hell. He's not in heaven. He's actually in hell. And how much fun would it really be to just pick up the almanac and put the bets down all the time? There's no sport in that, Brooks.
The smile on my face as I would walk in and place my bet.
You just want to cash the ticket. You just want to cash the ticket, Brooks.
I share the wealth, but I definitely would love to walk in with that almanac in my back pocket and just
Amen.
know.
On that note, I think that's the end of this episode of Inside Game. As always, I'm with my brother, Mr. Derek Brooks. We'll be seeing you live from Los Angeles soon with a hell of a set of special guests. And I can't wait to do a little Eagles-Chargers Monday Night Football, Brooks.
Should be interesting. It'll be good.